Earth feels steady. Days follow nights. Seasons return each year, and the sun rises in roughly the same place each morning. From a human perspective, the planet appears locked into a dependable rhythm, as though its path through space were fixed and permanent. But Earth is never truly still. Its journey around the sun is constantly changing, subtly, slowly, and relentlessly. The shape of its orbit stretches and relaxes. Its axis tilts and straightens. Its orientation wobbles like a spinning top. These motions are gentle enough to go unnoticed within a lifetime, yet powerful enough to reshape the planet's climate over millions of years. This slow celestial choreography is known as the Milankovitch cycles. Unlike dramatic climate events, Milankovitch cycles do not announce themselves with sudden shifts or visible disruptions. They operate quietly, altering how sunlight reaches Earth's surface, redistributing energy rather than increasing or decreasing it. Over long periods of time, these small changes accumulate, steering the planet into ice ages and warm interglacial periods. To understand their influence, it is necessary to reconsider what it means for a planet to orbit a star. Earth does not travel around the sun in a perfect circle. Its orbit is slightly elliptical, meaning that the distance between Earth and the sun varies throughout the year. At certain points, Earth is marginally closer. At others, it is slightly farther away. This variation is known as eccentricity. Eccentricity is not constant. Over roughly 100,000-year cycles, Earth's orbit becomes more circular and then more elongated. When the orbit is more elliptical, the contrast between seasons becomes more pronounced. When it is more circular, seasonal contrasts soften. On its own, this change seems insignificant. The total amount of solar energy Earth receives over a year barely changes. But climate does not respond only to totals. It responds to timing, distribution, and contrast. The second component of the Milankovitch cycles is axial tilt. Earth's axis is tilted relative to the plane of its orbit. Today, that tilt is about 23.5 degrees. It is the reason seasons exist. Tilt determines how directly sunlight strikes different latitudes throughout the year. This tilt is not fixed. Over a cycle lasting approximately 41,000 years, Earth's tilt oscillates between about 22 degrees and 24.5 degrees. When the tilt is greater, seasonal extremes intensify. Summers become warmer, winters colder. When the tilt is smaller, seasons are milder. These changes are especially important near the poles. Ice sheets do not grow because winters are cold. They grow because summers are too cool to melt accumulated snow. When summer sunlight weakens at high latitudes, ice survives year after year, slowly thickening into massive glaciers. The third Milankovitch cycle is precession. Earth does not simply tilt, it wobbles. Over about 26,000 years, the direction of Earth's axis traces a slow circle through space. This wobble changes the timing of the seasons relative to Earth's position in its orbit. In one configuration, a hemisphere experiences summer when Earth is closest to the sun. In another, summer occurs when Earth is farthest away. This alters the intensity of seasons without changing annual solar input. Together, eccentricity, tilt, and precession reshape how sunlight is distributed across Earth's surface. They do not create energy, they rearrange it. This rearrangement is enough to transform climate. Evidence for this comes from Earth itself. Ice cores drilled from Greenland and Antarctica preserve layer upon layer of ancient snowfall. Trapped within these layers are bubbles of prehistoric air, chemical signatures, and temperature proxies stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. These records reveal a clear rhythm. Glacial and interglacial periods align closely with Milankovitch cycles. Temperature changes track variations in summer sunlight at high northern latitudes with remarkable precision. Carbon dioxide follows these shifts, rising during warm periods and falling during cold ones. Crucially, it acts as a feedback, not the initial trigger. Orbital changes begin the process. Greenhouse gases amplify it. This amplification is powerful. As ice sheets expand, they reflect sunlight back into space, cooling the planet further. Cooler oceans absorb more carbon dioxide, reducing atmospheric warming. Atmospheric circulation shifts, redistributing heat differently across the globe. Small orbital nudges become planetary transformations. Oceans play a central role in this response. They store enormous amounts of heat and carbon, acting as buffers and amplifiers. Changes in ocean circulation can redistribute warmth between hemispheres, delay climate responses, or accelerate transitions. Sediment cores from the ocean floor extend this record millions of years into the past. They reveal repeating patterns in dust, isotopes, and microfossils that match Milankovitch frequencies. Long before humans existed, Earth's climate was already dancing to orbital rhythms. However, the effect of Milankovitch cycles depends on context. When continents occupy polar regions, ice sheets can grow. When ocean gateways open or close, heat transport changes. Plate tectonics reshapes climate sensitivity over geological time. Milankovitch cycles provide timing, not inevitability. They act within boundaries set by geography, atmospheric composition, and biological activity. The same orbital configuration can produce different outcomes under different planetary conditions. This explains why Earth's climate history is complex rather than repetitive. It also explains why today's climate change stands apart. Under current orbital conditions, Earth should be cooling very slowly over tens of thousands of years. Instead, temperatures are rising rapidly over centuries. This divergence is critical. Milankovitch cycles operate slowly, allowing ecosystems time to adapt, migrate, and evolve. Modern climate change is unfolding far faster than most natural systems can respond. Understanding Milankovitch cycles does not explain away modern warming. It sharpens the contrast. It shows that Earth's climate is sensitive, highly responsive to even small changes in energy distribution. If gentle orbital variations could trigger ice ages, rapid atmospheric changes can drive equally profound shifts. Milankovitch cycles continue regardless of human activity. Earth's axis still wobbles. Its orbit still stretches and relaxes. These motions will shape climate far into the future, but they are no longer acting alone. The climate system now responds to multiple forcings operating on vastly different timescales. The slow rhythm of orbital change is overlaid with a rapid, unprecedented signal. Listening to both is essential. Milankovitch cycles provide perspective. They remind us that climate has never been static. They place current change within a planetary framework spanning millions of years. They also remind us that stability has always been conditional. Earth's climate responds to motion, orbital, atmospheric, oceanic. It shifts when pushed. It amplifies small nudges given enough time. The difference today is speed. Orbital cycles whisper across millennia. Human influence speaks loudly within centuries. The climate system hears both. By understanding Earth's shifting orbit, scientists learned how subtle movements could shape continents under ice and seas over land. By recognizing the limits of those cycles, they learned what makes the present moment unique. Earth continues to move through space, tracing an ever-changing path around the sun. That motion shapes climate quietly, persistently, and predictably. The Milankovitch cycles are the slow heartbeat of Earth's climate system. They do not determine everything, but without them, the planet we know would not exist. And in listening to their rhythm, we gain not only insight into Earth's past, but clarity about its future, one shaped not just by orbit, but by choice.